Afternoon. I am here with constituents to talk about the importance of the emergency unemployment compensation program that expires today and that lawmakers in Washington left town without addressing or renewing. The day the Republican-led Congress skipped town for the holidays, it left behind 1.3 million Americans who depend on this assistance to survive as they continue to look for work. Nearly 5,000 Rhode Islanders who have already exhausted all of their state benefits are now without any income to meet their basic needs. No safety net at all. These are individuals who have worked hard, played by the rules, but have been hard hit by the Great Recession. There are just not enough jobs for those looking for work. And I'm here today to make it clear that I'm not going to give up this fight until we renew emergency unemployment benefits for people struggling to find work. We can't turn our back on more than 1 million Americans, especially in Rhode Island, where our unemployment rate is the highest in the nation. Until today, Rhode Islanders who had exhausted their 26 weeks of unemployment benefits from the state were eligible to receive an additional 47 weeks of federal benefits. Constituents like Ronda McMichael from Rumford, who has worked her whole life, sometimes with more than one job, to make ends meet. She needs our help, and she needs it today. Constituents like Rhonda don't need a fix from Congress in a few weeks or in a month. They need it today to help buy groceries and to keep a roof over their head and their children's heads. If Congress fails to extend federal unemployment insurance, 4.9 million Americans, including 21,700 Rhode Islanders over the course of 2014, will be affected, according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, who analyzed the budget deal passed by Congress. The failure to extend unemployment insurance is not only devastating for individuals, and you're going to hear from some of my constituents who will share their personal stories, but it also will hurt our economic recovery. The Economic Policy Institute has estimated that the failure to extend unemployment insurance could cost the national economy 310,000 jobs over the course of the coming year. Many people have written my office, have called me to share their stories of hard work and dedication and their efforts to support themselves and their families. Erica Cabanel, who you'll hear from in a moment, wrote saying, "1 month of help can be the difference between someone getting a job and getting back on their feet or falling further into debt and hopelessness. I know this from repeated personal experience. I have hope that someday I will be able to help others instead of needing that help. But right now, I need help. I am genuinely terrified." I voted against this budget deal, which was the last vote Congress took before adjourning for the year, because it failed to include an extension of these critical benefits. The minute Congress is back in session on January 7th, I will introduce the bill to retroactively extend these benefits and make sure it is paid for by eliminating unnecessary subsidies and closing corporate tax loopholes for companies that ship American jobs overseas. I've written to Speaker Boehner today asking that he take this bill up immediately upon our return to Congress. I want to thank my constituents who are here today for taking the time to tell their stories, and I want you to know that I have heard from many other constituents over the past several weeks who have expressed concern about this. Lawmakers in Washington need to understand the urgency and the essential nature of these benefits and act now to help the more than 1 million Americans who are really fighting for their lives and fighting for their survival. And I want to just say